pretty sure we started yesterday's video, or the 918 video, the 918 hunting video, in this exact same spot. Anyways, I am back in my STI and going to get some work done today. Holy shit, that's a massive truck. Run from the massive truck! There's a huge truck, it was coming really fast. Anyways, today what we are doing is we are wrapping the STI, sort of. We are wrapping the roof in a gloss vinyl wrap, and that should be really cool. And fuck, I forgot the taillight vinyls. Shit. Yeah, I got him. I'm only like an hour late, but I mean, my bad. I've made it, boys, I've made it. Now, to find the place, because the place that I went to moved, and I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I found it. Hey, Swift. Hey, buddy. And then I drove into Matthew Swift's brand new facility, which is really, really awesome. They decided to actually wash the car first because it was filthy. While they were doing that, I went exploring in his brand new showroom, and I found this Audi S8, which was an ABT MTM with HRE wheels. Thing has like 700 horsepower, and the rims are more expensive than my car. There were a couple Porsches in there, an undercover cop car, which was actually a client's car, which had 1,000 horsepower CTSV engine in it, and crazy wheels sticking out the back and everything. E46 M3, a couple Porsches. Looked really, really cool. Anyways, back to fitting the vinyl roof on my car. We had to get the antenna off the rear because obviously when you're wrapping your car, you need a completely flat surface, so that's why it was clay barred and everything. And the roof was completely clean, completely free of everything. So we need to get rid of that antenna, which involved removing some of the rear panels and some of the rear hatch trim to be able to unscrew it and undo it, and we finally got it. Then after that, we put the vinyl on and we sized it up. I decided to go with this gloss black vinyl because one, I built it in Forza and noticed that it looked really, really cool. And two, it just looks really cool in real life, I think. I feel like this is something very subtle that changes the car actually quite a bit. One of my things is having a car that's sort of very stealthy, but also kind of cool at the same time. Little things that you wouldn't necessarily notice right away, but if you were to point out a stock version and my one, you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, there are all these little things done that look really, really cool. This isn't really a little thing, it's a massive piece of vinyl, but I think it looks really, really cool and just adds another element to the car that looks really, really cool. Sadly, however, I don't think this vinyl will actually live very long, because I live in Canada, it gets really hot and really cold. It goes all the way up to plus like 100 Fahrenheit, or 30 Celsius. And it's not super hot, but it gets super hot for us. That's actually good for the vinyl. It will help it sort of warp to the car and sort of mesh in and everything to the car, which is good. But the bad thing is in Canada, it also goes down to like minus 30 Celsius, which is freezing. And what can happen, and at least Canada, is the snow will freeze to the roof, and you'll get maybe like an inch of ice stuck to the top of your roof at some point. And I think if that happens with this vinyl, the entire thing is just going to rip off, and it won't end very well. So I decided to just put it on, see if it lives. If it doesn't, then I tried, and it looked cool for a summer and some time. But yeah, it's totally possible that it just might not live. Anyway, so let's get back to the vinyl and how they did everything. So they first sprayed a lot of water underneath the vinyl so they can manipulate it and pull it and everything and stretch it out so it can completely contour the curves of the car and the curves of the roof. Then they decided to spray water on top of the vinyl so they can squeegee out all the air and make it completely smooth and completely flat. You see them doing that here. I find this so satisfying to watch. I don't know what it is about it. I just love watching these videos where guys are squeegeeing stuff. Also, they used a bit of heat to actually conform the vinyl even more to the curves of the roof. So you can see that here. He's adding only a tiny, tiny bit of heat. If you put too much heat on a vinyl like this, you'll just set the thing on fire and burn a hole right through the thing. So that's not very good. So just a tiny, tiny bit of heat to get it sort of malleable. And then you can sort of press out all the air bubbles and everything like that. You can see them doing that here. It's just so satisfying to watch. I don't know what it is about it. I love it. I love watching this stuff. But yeah, the roof is already looking really, really cool. I love the look of the black already. It really goes well with the front, how I have the black strip at the top and the dark windshield, and you can see my black strip right there. It looks really, really cool with this black vinyl roof now. I really, really like it. So it's a gloss black, like I said. It sort of looks like glass, sort of like There are some other cars that have this normally, and I think it just adds to the car. I think it just looks really, really cool. Anyway, so you can see them working from the middle of the car to the back and then over to the front, just working out all of these air bubbles and all of these things. Everything like that, just getting rid of those. It's so satisfying to watch. I love it. After that, it was time to work on the edges, and those were even more of a bitch. My front windshield, the way it connects to the roof is this tiny, tiny piece of trim, and there's no play in it whatsoever. So tucking the vinyl under that was such a bitch. Honestly, it took maybe half an hour to actually get the vinyl on the roof, and then to fit the entire thing took maybe an hour. And then once all the edges and everything were fixed up, it was time to put the antenna back on. So we plugged a little hole in the top of the vinyl there, put the antenna back on, refitted all the trim, and then anyways, here's the final product. The black roof looks so sick. I love it. I love it. I don't know what it is about it. It just looks so cool. It's one of those things that adds just a tiny bit to the car that you wouldn't necessarily notice, but it looks so damn awesome. So, boys, we did the black roof. Thank you very much, Matthew Swift and his team. Again, they're the same guys who did my window tint. They did the roof as well. I am now headed back home, and I've been instructed to park it up in a very sunny place, except today is quite cloudy. And then basically, because what happens is they put a lot of water in the roof, and you need to let it dry, so it's gonna have to dry for quite a while now. But it's lucky, because I'm going to RTX this weekend, so basically I'm just gonna park the car up in a sunny place, and then just let it dry, which will be good. As per usual, thank you very, very much to Matthew Swift and his team. I will include the link to his stuff in the description down below if you want to check him out. He does some awesome, awesome work. He is mainly a detailer, actually. So if you ever want to get your car detailed and like really, really nicely done, he's probably the guy to go to. But he also does window tints and apparently roof wrapping. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can subscribe down below if you want to follow the story of this STI. I've been documenting everything I've been doing with it since I got it, so I'll include a link to in the description down below for more videos featuring this car. So check them out, subscribe, give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.